Hello and welcome to my website. If you're not already on my website, just click the link below and it will take you straight to it. I'm Sam with ExploreTravelPhoto.com and today we are looking at Photo Book of the Month. The photo book of this month is Photographing Shadow and Light by Joey Lawrence. This is a truly amazing book. It is for anyone that is into travel photography like myself, anyone that is into portraits of musicians, anyone that is into any sort of cinematic lighting photography. This is truly an amazing book by an amazing photographer. Joey L himself started out as had a very early career in photography, and all the photographs within this book he took before the age of 21. Now, just before we jump into the pages of this amazing photo book, just wanted to read a few with you and sort of open them. So firstly here you get this little sort of miniature introduction. It just says some things about Joey L. It says that there's 15 striking photo shoots within this book, and it shows you also how to light them, which is very amazing because photographers are normally very reluctant to share their lighting tips with people. It includes work with 50 Cent and Disturbed, who are my favourite band, which I was very happy to hear that they were in here, and he's done an amazing photo shoot with them, also with 50 Cent. It's very cool. This photo book features more than 85 stunning portraits by Joey L, which is very awesome. A photo shoot he did here with Foxy Shazam, a very awesome portrait here. And then just before we have a foreword by David Hobby, and he basically talks about how Joey L is the future of the portrait industry. He's also the future of the sort of professional photography. He talks a lot about how young Joey is and how amazing it is for him to have developed such a unique style, and he hasn't just developed it, he's sort of almost perfected his own style, and he's only 26 now, so that is a very amazing achievement right there. Right here we have sort of an introduction by Joey L and his first photography, how he got into it, and he started by photographing dinosaurs on his dad's old camera, which is very funny. And then it talks about how he got into more sort of mainstream work. He started photographing bands and gigs in his local town, and then got some gigs photographing major league bands, and this is the first sort of shoot of that. Join me in a sec where we're going to look through the rest of the book. As I said before, he's got a very unique style. Here he classes himself as a cinematic portrait photographer. He talks about how he was influenced by the Dutch masters of the sort of 17th century, using sort of Rembrandt lighting, which is something I've used myself before. It's very interesting, very cool lighting. As you can see from this portrait here, very amazing portrait. The lighting is so superb. I can't even get over how amazing the lighting is on this portrait, or his lighting in general. He's got a very unique technique, which is very cool. And yeah, something else about this book is that he does actually share with you how he does each one. So firstly we've got his travel sort of stuff, or his fine art photo stuff as it says in here, which is really cool. He has, one of my favourites is Ethiopia, which I will show you now. There are 2 photographs from Ethiopia that he took, and they are just amazing. He's got an AK-47 there, I believe. It's just amazing. And then it has here, up in the top corner, how he took the photograph and the lighting he used. And depending on the photo shoot, some of it's very simple, some of it's very complex, like the one he did with 50 Cent, which I'll show you in a second. This is one of my favourites as well. It's very amazing photography. Something I can really aspire to be to. Very cool. Also, his lighting is just absolutely spot on. And he's a very daring man, Joey L. He's recently just finished shooting in the Middle East, which was very dangerous for him, but that paid off. The work is magnificent from there as well. This is another sort of photo series he did of Halloween, and doing some sort of street photography mixed with his own sort of professional lighting style. Still into sort of his travel stuff, It's very, very cool. Here we're into more of his musician portraits. Here's a shoot he did with Protesta Hero, which is very cool. It really suits their sort of brutal style of music. Here is one of my favourites, a portrait of David Draiman by Joey L. Obviously he's the lead singer of Disturbed, a very, very famous man, very cool. And he did this for their Indestructible album. He took these photographs, and he said that he wanted to sort of show, with the lyrics of that album, everything was about being indestructible, so he wanted to show things breaking around the band members, which is very, very awesome. It says here he used a 50mm lens, f1.4, and a Canon EOS 5D. Another great thing about him is that he uses all different cameras, all different varieties. Here's the G-Unit shoot that he did with 50 Cent. But I really recommend you buy this book. It really isn't that expensive. It's about 17 English pounds, which really is a bargain. And also you get the lighting techniques, which is just amazing. And you could do that yourself with all the equipment he's telling you he's used. You could do it on a much cheaper basis and just see it, mimic it, copy it, adapt it, and create your own style. I really respect him for doing that, because not a lot of people are willing to sort of help others develop in photography. There's another shot he did with Panic at the Disco. Very, very cool. I'm not going to show you everything in the book because I want you to go out and buy it yourself, but I'll show you a few more. Here's a very, very cool portrait which he took in Bolivia. Just wanted to make sure because it looks very similar to Nepal. And it's of a sort of cattle herder. It just looks so amazing. And there's a video I watched where he went there and he took that photograph, and it was so amazing how he communicated with the man who didn't speak any English, and he got that photograph with his lighting team. It was just superb. It was a shoot he did just back here. Did a shoot for Porn Stars, the series, and he said they really didn't mess about, especially the father, but he worked through it and worked with them and got these amazing photographs. Yeah, there's the father. Talks about him not respecting him at first, but eventually he sort of came around. And I think that's all I'm going to show you today, because I really do want you to go out and buy this book. Also in the back he says that he does not use too much Photoshop within his work. Obviously everything's slightly Photoshopped nowadays, but he gives a step-by-step sort of list of how he uses post-production, what cameras he uses, and what sort of editing software he uses. Very, very cool. How he sharpens his photographs. I've learned a lot from this book, a real lot. And normally you learn a lot from photo books, but this is a different one. This one has lighting techniques in it, and it's just got all of his work, well, a lot of his major work. It's very, very cool. I really recommend you get it. So that's Photographing Shadow and Light by Joey L.